welcome back to Manifesting in Style. I'm your host, avasalmaci, and today we're going to do another episode of Let's Chat. Basically, I asked you guys to ask me questions on my story regarding personal experiences, questions for me, something that you might want a different perspective on, anything to do with manifestation and fashion. So I have some pretty versatile responses here, so I'm excited to get into it. Our first response is, I want to start a small business, but I'm always afraid to fail. I'm kind of a person who's scared to take a step or be adventurous. So I feel like most of us aren't born being adventurous. It's something that we have to learn and overcome over time. Me personally, I always had aspirations, but I think I really had to push myself to attain the things that I have today and the things that I'll have moving forward. It's something where, going back to one of my episodes, you have to feel some discomfort before anything. It's like a period before you have success. You 100% have a period of, what am I doing? I don't really feel that confident. I'm not sure. And you're scared of failure, which is completely natural. You kind of have to take a chance on yourself. You kind of have to think of the bigger picture here. And at the end of the day, it's about you, and you'll never know unless you try. And if you really put your mind to something and give something your all and really have the confidence, I think you should take that, and I think you should 100% pursue it. Get outside of your comfort zone and just constantly remind yourself that when you're in feelings of discomfort and when you feel like you're not doing well, everyone has failure before success, whether that be big or small. Everyone deals with that, and you just have to remind yourself that it is natural. What you're feeling is natural, and you shouldn't let that discourage you. Just think that everyone has a road to success. There's a road to success, and sometimes it can be bumpy. I say 100% start that small business, and when you do, DM me. I want to see, and I want to support. I hope that helped, and if you want more of my perspective on something, or you want a different take on something, please feel free to DM me. My DMs are always open. Okay, next question is, what's a scary moment you experienced that made you have a positive change? And I want to bring up something that we can all resonate with, which is the pandemic. The pandemic changed every single person's lives. It made us go in directions that we never thought we were going to go into. School was online. I mean, everything. Like, I feel like everyone talks about it now, and it's kind of like we're used to what was happening. But when you really think about what was happening, it's so insane. Like I said, it's something that we never thought would occur. And that changed everything for me. It changed what I wanted to do. It changed who I saw myself as a person. And in that moment, it was scary because I couldn't go away for school. I couldn't do things that I wanted to do. And at this moment, I really had so many goals for myself. And it seemed like the absolute end of the world that I couldn't do things. But in the end, it happened for a reason, because I got online and I found my passion. And I'm doing what I love today because I had that free time. So although it was like a very traumatic experience for so many people, that scary moment when the world was so scared, the entire world, I found a little bit of a positive thing. And that's what you kind of have to do, is in moments that are scary and crazy, you kind of have to find at least one positive thing to keep you sane. That's just how it is. But I don't know, I feel like that enabled me to try so many different things. And so to relate to you guys right now, if you're going through something that's scary or you never thought would happen, try to look at something that's positive in that. And sometimes it takes till later to realize that something was positive, because when I thought about it, like in that moment during the pandemic, it's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just online. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But now I look back at it, I'm like, okay, you were working towards something. Yeah. Okay, going back into TikTok and everything. Someone said, I'm scared people will judge me for posting on TikTok, and then put like in parentheses, I think I'll look dumb. I mean, all of us are on this app and we see how it is changing people's lives, and people's judgment, that's one thing that I have learned, that people's judgment seriously does not matter, because at the end of the day, they are not you. What you're doing doesn't affect them at all. And if they allow your actions, you posting on TikTok, to affect them, then you have to really think about that. Like, why is it affecting them? So I say go for it. I mean, like I said in the first question, get outside of your comfort zone. You're not looking dumb. There are so many people on this app doing so many amazing things for themselves. There's a niche for every single community. It's crazy. It's huge. I think post on TikTok, you never know where it'll go. If I was scared, I kind of was scared in the beginning, just because, I mean, it was different for me. Like anything, you kind of get scared at the beginning. But if I would have never pushed through those feelings, then I wouldn't be what I'm doing today and on the career road that I have today. And I always think about that stuff. I don't know if you guys do too. Like, if I didn't do something in this exact moment, then like this wouldn't have happened. And it's kind of crazy because then that goes back to thinking like, oh, that was like the universe's timing. That was God's timing. And he was pushing you and telling you to do something. But of course, post. You just got to keep in your mind, who cares? You've got it. It could lead you somewhere so fantastic. Okay, how do you manage your time for all the things you do? XOXO. XOXO. This semester has been the hardest semester for me in the way that I am doing absolutely everything right now. Like, I've never done this much in my life, and sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm only 20 years old, turning 21 in March, and I have to remind myself that I have so much time to do stuff, but right now I'm just kind of going crazy. Anyways, I have school, I'm doing this podcast, I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing TikTok, I'm doing Instagram, I'm working on my brand. So these are all really crazy things, and what I just do is I just decide to take things day by day, because if I think ahead, I will stress out. So I write down everything that I have for the week in my notes app, everything that I have due for school or anything that I want to accomplish, anything I have due for collabs, etc. So I just think, even though I have a really crazy day tomorrow, I'm not thinking about that today, because today I'm focused on today. That's something that calms me. Yeah, because if I think about everything that I have to do in 1 week, then I'm like, ugh, it's so overwhelming. So I think just my best advice would be to take things day by day. Next question. How to look more presentable wherever you're going? Okay, this is a really good question, because I think it's the simplest things that will make you feel better without you having to do anything crazy. Not saying put on a full face of makeup or do something crazy, but I feel like for me, if my hair is done, everything's good. That's me personally. Or if you just put on an outfit or something that makes you feel good in that sense. It doesn't have to be something crazy, but just a clothing piece or an accessory or something, that in itself makes me feel more presentable, even though I have no hair and makeup going on. I feel like if I look put together, then I feel put together. It's just like the little things, you know, my eyebrows are crazy, so I gel them back, even if I'm not wearing makeup. Or I love lip liner and lipstick, even if I'm not wearing makeup. Those little things make me feel more presentable, make me feel better about myself. So I guess in order to find what would make you feel better, think about like the main things in your routine that really like change things. So for example, if I have a full face of makeup on and I don't have lipstick on, the full face is like irrelevant at that point. Like the lipstick's everything to me, or the lip liner, the lip gloss. So that's something that I will carry on. If I just want to simply look more presentable, I'll just make sure I have lip gloss on, even if I don't have a full face of makeup, like I said. Those types of things can help you narrow down what little things that you can do that will make you feel better. Okay, someone said, how are you? And I'm good. How are all of you? I wish so bad that I can hear you guys talking back while I'm talking. I think it would make me feel like the conversation is going a lot better. How are you guys? How are you feeling in this moment? It's important to identify your emotions. I hope all of you are doing amazing, and if you're going through something, or if it's the happiest time of your life right now, that either way, that you just remind yourself who you are, how amazing you are, how much you're capable of. Yes, I hope you all are amazing. How did you find your style? I feel like I've answered this question so many times, but I feel like I say something different every single time that I answer it, so I want to answer it again. I'm still finding my personal style. I'm still finding how I want to dress, and it's constantly evolving, forever changing. Fashion is definitely my biggest form of self-expression. Some people have music as their self-expression. Some people have art. There's so many ways to express yourself, but style for me is my biggest form of expression. It's my biggest source of creativity. It makes me feel the best, and I found my style by going through constant changes and aligning, looking in the mirror and saying, okay, I really like the way this looks on me. I really like the way I feel in this. I think what everyone should do, I do this all the time. I call it like playing dress up because it's basically dress up. I basically like at night I'll put on like music and I'll make the lighting in my room real moody, and I'll take out different clothing items and try them on and form outfits and see what I like about it, see what I don't like about it, see how it makes me feel. That to me is so fun. I get so many outfits out of that. That's how I create most of my outfits. Yeah, I feel like if everyone does that, one, it's like a form of spending time with yourself because it's really productive in a way because you're figuring out what you like on yourself, what you feel the best in. Yeah, I feel like everyone should do that. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. I'll do that tonight actually. Thank you to this person for reminding me to do this tonight. Okay, what's an unforgettable memory you have with a stranger? I have to think about this one. One time, this was a while back, I was in a mall, I think this was in LA, and this lady came up to me and she said, I really like your energy. And I was like, oh, thank you, but like, why? You've never, like, I never said never had a conversation with me, but that's what I was thinking, like, why do you like my energy? She's just like, your smile. It's like, because I was with another person, and she was like, that to me, like, spoke to me, and I was like, oh wow, like, thank you. And I don't know, that moment kind of changed how I felt about myself because I always knew my energy was good, but when someone that you don't know comes up to you and tells you that, it's like, oh, okay, my energy is that good. I don't know, that just serves as a constant reminder. I always think about that moment that your energy really can speak to someone from across the room that you don't even know, and you can identify people's energy that you don't even know. I feel like we all deal with that, where someone walks into a room, or we walk into some place and we can just tell instantly how that person feels or what their energy is like at that moment. So just always remember that energy says so much about a person. Energy tells you how a person is. It's a feeling. If you feel like a person isn't good, or if you feel like a person is good, their energy will always say that. Energy does not lie. Yeah, so I just use that tool now, like that energy. Like, I always knew energy was important. I always knew energy is like a cheat sheet into finding how someone is, or that type of thing. But it just reminded me that energy really speaks. Energy speaks. And that's it for this week's episode of Manifesting in Style. I love chatting with you all. I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, happy manifesting.